Hello students and a warm welcome to Side Study. My name is Varun Kumar and in this video I will be showing you how to manage your server on AWS. Right now you are seeing this screen. This is AWS Management Console and I have created my AWS account. You can get yours at aws.amazon.com and this is the AWS Amazon account, and along with this account you will get AWS is leading cloud provider, and with AWS you will get lots of free things, like you will be getting a Linux machine for complete 1 year, and you can run it for entire month 24/7. So you will not be charged for that. You will get some storage, and database. You can run database instances. Okay, so you can get lots of information about that with the AWS by going to the link aws.amazon.com, and it's very easy to learn about these things. But in this video we will not be discussing that. So if you want it, you can read it from AWS, and just go to sign up page and create your account. But I am having the account, so we will not be discussing about that. After after having a AWS account, you have to go to services, then click EC2 here. So we will be launching our first instance. So we will click on running instance. Either you can click on running instance from here, or directly you can launch your new instance from here, or you can see all your instances from this side menu. So we will be clicking on launch instance, and here the first thing it will ask you to choose is the Amazon machine image. Just assume that this is an ISO. We are just installing in our Windows, in our laptop, like it's Windows ISO or Linux ISO. So it's AMI. Lots of developers name it AMI. It's Amazon machine image. So this will be containing all your operating system, which will be managing your Linux server. And also if you want to run your Windows, so you can choose Windows server here. Just remember that if you want to choose, if you don't want to pay bills for the first year, only choose the free tier eligible AMI. Like there are lots of AMIs: Linux AMI, Amazon Linux AMI, Red Hat AMI, and SUSE Linux. There is Ubuntu, there is Windows. All these are free tier eligible. This is Windows 2016 base with containers, with base nano, and but with this one, with this instance, you can see that it is not free tier eligible, right? So choose only the instance which is free tier eligible. And so if you want to pay, so if you want to try some instance which is not in free tier, so you have to pay for that. So if you don't want to pay, just stick with Amazon Linux AMI. It's very easy, and it's very much optimized to consume very less resources, right? And after that we will be choosing instance type. So consider it as a hardware. I will be sticking with the free tier eligible. In this menu you will not get so much flexibility if you don't want to pay. So we will be getting only one virtual CPU and 1 GB memory, and the instance type, the storage of hard disk will be EBS. It's elastic block store. So right, so just don't get overwhelmed. So it's a general purpose T2 micro instance with 1 GB of RAM and 1 core processor. It's Xeon based processor. You can see it here. It's Xeon family, and one virtual CPU of 2.5 gigahertz and EBS, and it has lots of power. It's very much powerful. I am using it from previous 1 year, and it's very powerful. So next we'll configure instances, and here it will ask how many instances you want to launch. We just want to launch only one instance. Then next, add storage, and now he's asking how much storage do you want along with your instance, the physical storage. So we'll stick with 10. 10 is very much sufficient. Next, we can allocate key value pairs to our instance. Like we can add names to our instance. We can add name to our instance. So I'll name it side study, right? So next it will ask us for configuring the instance. So I will be creating a new security group. Consider this as a jump server for your instance. Like firstly, the security group, if we allow traffic, so it's like a firewall also. If we allow traffic from external source, so we can manage it from here. So security group name, I will be giving it side study. And there are two options here. There are only one option here, sorry. It's SSH. SSH stands for secure shell. We will be using this protocol to connect to our instance from command line, right? And here I have to make the source available anywhere so that I can connect to it from anywhere in the world. So if I only want to restrict it to be connected from my IP address, so I have to give my IP address here. But I will be showing you with the anywhere, because we are only learning right now, so we can change it to anywhere. But in production you have to change it to my IP, right? So after that, there is another rule I will be using. It's HTTP rule. So this protocol will be used by external world to send HTTP requests to the server. So we'll choose this anywhere, and but don't choose the HTTP to my IP. It will be anywhere always, because all the world will be accessing your server with the help of HTTP protocol. Okay, so this looks good. We are creating a new security group, but after we are creating it, you can use it over and over and over, right? So next we'll be reviewing the instance. So now we can review all the options. I am recalling everything. It's giving the security because we have given SSH as anywhere. So there is we have choose the Linux ME as our operating system to be run on server side, and we choose the T2.micro instance with 1 CPU, 1 GB of RAM, and EBS storage. And we choose the security groups SSH with open to the world, and HTTP also open to the world. And instance details, we are running one instance, and just don't stick around with these options. These are just basic, and it just stick with the defaults, right? And after that, there is storage, how much storage we want to add to the instance. And then we added tags like name of the instance. I named it site study, right? So I'll click on launch, and after that it will be asking for key pairs. And I am looking for, if I don't have the key pairs, so I am not having the key pairs. So we'll create a new key pair, as we are assuming that you are new here. So we'll choose side study key, right? And suppose that this is see this as a password file. Okay, so all your password to connect to the instance will be stored in this file. But before moving further, you have to click on download key pair. So now we are downloading the key pair, and we are having the key pair, and now we can click launch instance. So there is problem, there is a security group, I have already assigned it. So we'll go back to the review screen, but don't worry, you will not be seeing that. I will create a new existing key pair. So I will be creating a new, the same, review and launch. So maybe now this is asking that if you are having the key pair. So now I am telling him that yeah, I am having the key pair. So the problem was that the same security group was residing inside the account, so it was not allowing that. So let's see what's happened. So from the console, this is the console home. I'll go to EC2. Here I have the running instance. I am having the running instance, and the instance have now public IP. You can see it from here. So the instance has been allocated an DNS and also public IP. So to connect to the instance, we will be using this IP. Just copy this, and or also you can stick along with this handbook, this AWS links, which is you can search like connecting EC2 instance, right? So after pressing enter, you will be getting started with Amazon EC2. So I'm showing you this because you can follow you will be having some documentation, right? So connecting to instances, so there it is not. So we must use connect to your instance. This is the right. So connect to your instance. Connect to your instance. If you are Windows user, you can use putty software. It's best, and it's very easy to use. And if you are Linux user, you may be familiar with SSH. You can use SSH, but we'll be using putty. It's very easy. So you must download putty from this website. So this is the putty website. You can download putty from here, but I am having it, so I will be choosing putty. But for the first time you are connecting, I am having it, but I have not installed it, so I will install it. I'll go to soft. There is putty here, putty installer. Now I'll press next, 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 and next. Install. Now it's been installed, so it's the readme file. We don't want it, so it's telling us that start putty and go to putty gen. We have to go to putty gen. Firstly, we'll generate the key from the file. We'll load the file from downloads folder. We have saved our file, and from here we have to select all files, because otherwise it will not be showing. So I named it site study key, and before making the video I practiced this once, so that was why it's showing site study. But and in this session I have created site study.pem. So we'll open it, and now it has loaded the key. After it, we have to save the key as private. Just remember, we have to save it private, not public. Lots of my students get trouble here, and they get confused which option to choose. Just remember, we have to save our private key, or we can see from here. We have to load it. We have loaded, and after that, we have to save our private key. Okay, so just remember, we have to save our private key. From here we'll be saving our private key. So it is asking if you want to protect it with password. We don't want to protect it, so we'll be saving it like site study key, the same name. Okay, but the extension was PEM. Right now the extension will be PPK. So it's saved, and now to start putty session, we have to open putty. We have to open putty, and here we will be adding the IP address of server. I grabbed this IP address from here. Okay, so IP address, and also we have to specify the user. For Amazon Linux ME, the user will be EC2 user, Okay, it will be EC2 user, and we'll be adding a at symbol, and means this user at this machine, right? So don't get overwhelmed, just stick with the video what we have told you. And if you get stuck, just rewind some part of the video and retry. And from there we will be going to the connection and SSH, or I'll expand it with the help of plus symbol. And in the authentication, I'll browse and choose the private key which I have created with the putty generator. Okay, so private key, I'll open it. Again, I'll click open. Now it's like just confirming that do you want to connect or not. Just press yes. It's not any problem. For the first time you are connecting to your server, it will be asking you that you have to apply some updates. Okay, so the machine was created, and you will definitely get some updates like we are seeing it here. I will increase the screen size, and also I will increase the font size of this screen, because it will be easy to see you. The font size will be, I will change it to 16 or 18, so it's pretty much big enough to see you, you can see it easily. So we'll be choosing sudo yum, we'll be writing sudo yum update. And so now it's loading. So it's asking if you want to update the 28 MB packages. Yeah, we want to update. I'll press yes. So now it's installing the packages. So till then it's installing the packages. I want to just make the size of font more big, so I will make it bold. No, not italic, only bold, so that you are easily able to see it. So now you are so now it will be more descriptive, right? So okay, and from here now we have updated our server. For the first time you connecting your instance. Now I will install a server software on it. So we'll stick with sudo yum install NGinX. We'll be installing NGinX. Just remember, sudo is used to run the command as administrator user. Yum is our software which will be installing NGinX, and we are telling yum to install NGinX. Yum stands for Yellow Dog Update Manager. It's like it's like a installer for your software. So we'll be pressing enter, and now it's telling that the software is 2.8 MBs, and it's showing all other things like dependencies. It will be dependent on these two softwares like live unwind and gperfer tools library. So we'll be telling him yes, we want to install it, and now it has installed our NGinX server. To run the NGinX server, we have to go to the we have to give the command. It's sudo service NGinX and start. By pressing enter, our server is now started. Now our server has been started. To see my server, I will go to the server IP address. We can do it from here. We can do it from here. From the management console, we can click here and select go to the IP address. Now this is the page from my server. So you can see that welcome to NGinX on Amazon Linux ME. So I'll close this. But what if you want to connect your website with it? I have some spare domain. I'll click on manage and I will go to its DNS settings. If you want to I am having the domain with the GoDaddy service provider, GoDaddy domain registrar But if you have domain registrar with big rock or something else, you have to find the A records or DNS settings. Just click edit, and here you just have to point the IP address of your server. I think we have not copied that, so we have to just point to it and just click on finish and save changes. After saving changes, just point to that domain. So it's devsir.com. Maybe it's waiting, so we'll try with the Firefox. Yeah, so it's connected to the Amazon page, right? So here, as you can connect your domain. So if you want to add files to it, if you want to add files to this server, this is the index file in this folder. So if you want to add your files, you can just go to you can just install FileZilla, okay? And it is same like putty, but you can only see the files inside your server. So I will be editing the server. So I will be adding the IP address of server and the key file which I have used. It's I will select all files, and now in the downloads folder the key file name was sitestudy.ppk. So I'll press OK and I'll connect it. So now we are connected. We have to just go to this directory, like we can type the directory here. So or we can copy the directory from this. So I will be copying up to here. So I am pressing Control C and now pressing Control V, and now I have copied all the directories path. Pressing enter, it will take me to this. So there is also inside, there is also folder, so it's HTML. So this page, this page has been shown by it. So if we are in edit, if we are doing edit to it, if we are editing it, or yeah, this page, now it has downloaded it. If we want to edit it, we can edit. So so this one is the page, okay? So if you want to upload your page here, you just upload your page, and you can browse that page from this URL, okay? So if you want to see this 404 page, we can just write /404.html. I am assuming that you are knowing the basic things like 404 and slash, so you can do this with the help of URL structure, right? So that's all for this video, and in the next video I'll be showing you something interesting. So have a nice day ahead, and just remember to subscribe to our channel, and and like our Facebook page. So that's all for today. Thanks.